Hello, everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. ISU World Junior Figure Skating Championships 2025. Japanese Queen Shimada Mao poised for three-peat. The Youth Olympic Games champion will look to cap another stellar season by winning a historic third successive women's singles title in Debrecen, Hungary, this week. For a 16-year-old figure skater good enough to compete at the Olympic Winter Games but can't because of her age, Shimada Mao is exercising it pretty darn well. "Of course I want to compete at the Olympics, but I have time," Shimada said during a conversation with Olympics.com ahead of this week's ISU World Junior Figure Skating Championships in Debrecen, Hungary, where she will attempt to become the first singles skater to win 3 straight titles in the history of the competition. "I want to experience as much as possible between now and then. I hope to do well at all the competitions so I can get to the Olympics and do well there, too. I was watching sports like volleyball at Paris 2024 and saw how special of a competition the Olympics is. It made me wonder what it takes to be the best version of yourself on a stage that big. Like Asada Mao, like Shimada Mao. 3 months. That's by how much Shimada will miss out on Milano Cortina 2026, being held a year from now, and which would have been her Olympic debut. For Shimada to be eligible for the Games, she needed to have turned 17 by July this year due to the rule changes post-Beijing 2022. Shimada's birthday is October 30th. Ironically, as fate would have it, she is following the same path as her namesake and her idol, Asada Mao. Asada was taking the figure skating world by storm in the run-up to Turin 2006, winning the Grand Prix final in her debut senior season. But because she was underage, her grace on the Olympic stage had to wait for 4 years in Vancouver, where she went on to win a silver medal. It's only natural for hope to float for Shimada, who has absolutely cleaned up in the junior ranks. In 2024, she kicked off the year by topping the podium at the Kangwon 2024 Youth Olympic Games, then retained her crown at the World Juniors. Later that year, Shimada capped a three-peat at the Junior Grand Prix final before finishing an impressive runner-up to 3-time world champion Sakamoto Kaori at the Japanese Nationals in Osaka. Shimada hit all her targets. It was about as good of a year one can have. "I know it's only the Youth Olympics, but it was an event I was aiming for all along. I was so happy I was able to not only compete there but to win it as well. It was a great start to the year. But there were also some meets I wasn't really happy with, which was frustrating. I'm just glad I managed to end the year with a good result. There's still a lot to be desired with my performance, but I managed to produce the right results, win lots of titles, the Youth Olympics, World Juniors. That was the good part. The frustrating bit was that I couldn't reproduce in competitions what I was doing in practice. There was a lot of that midway through the season. Had Shimada won the Nationals, she would have been the first junior to triumph since, you guessed it, Asada accomplished the feat 21 years ago. But as much as she would have liked to, Shimada knew it wasn't her time yet. "I wasn't thinking about it at all. I knew deep down inside I wasn't ready to win the championship yet," she said. "My focus for this competition was my own performance. That was it. Second place is a bit closer to the top compared to last year. I think I have a better idea of where I stand now." After the upcoming World Juniors, there will literally be nothing left for Shimada to achieve in her age group. The transition to the senior circuit will begin, with talks of quads, an Olympic medal, French Alps 2030, and whatnot. Shimada will be as ready as she can be then. This past season, she took a few things at heart that will go a long way in the next Olympic cycle. "At the next World Juniors, I want to aim even higher. And I want to be able to win the fight within, no matter how much pressure I'm under. It's not about beating the other skaters. The best skater is the one with the strongest heart. It doesn't come down to doing well at competitions or being technically sound. What I've come to understand is that without heart, you don't stand a chance when the chips are down. This was a season when I learned how important it is to have heart." Please subscribe the channel, share this with a friend, thank you.